Hi guys. I just realized my mouth guard is in. I'm not tired. I didn't take my mouth guard out before I live streamed with you guys. I was gonna keep it and I'm gonna rock with it. Okay, so I have TMJ, that's why I have a mouth guard. Okay, so and I have TMJ because I'm stressed all the fucking time and I grind my teeth when I sleep. Okay, so you should see it every time I bring it in to get it cleaned at the dentist. She's like, Chelsea, she's like, these things are supposed to last 10 years. You've had it for about 5. It's like, you almost need a new one. So my Europe trip, guys, is what I wanted to talk to you about today. If you have been paying attention to anything I posted on any of my other blog sites, specifically Bipolar Journalista, maybe I've included it in Remote Runaway and forgot. I recently set everything that I had set to public, to friends only, just for safety reasons. There's just been some stuff going on with stories I've been working on pro bono that I've not felt very safe in Texas, and I don't want, I need to be like a little more cautious about what I'm sharing, I guess, and which channels I'm sharing it on, and how I'm sharing it, and what I'm showing people about how to find where I'm located currently. I've had my tires slashed. I've had shady cars follow me. It's a little scary to be a journalist sometimes, guys. And if I'm not actually working with a newspaper and I'm trying to be a pro bono freelance journalist by investigating shit for 6 months and trying to write a story that I'm not going to get paid for until I submit it in a query letter to a magazine or newspaper, is basically I'm trying to do investigative reporting without the support of an actual reputable newspaper, that as an employee of the newspaper, so I would be receiving some sort of protection in exchange for the shit that I'm doing. I'm just trying to fucking do it on my own, which is not a good idea. Just so everyone knows, it's a bad idea. Don't ever do it. I regret my decision, and I'm paying the consequences like immensely right now. So just don't do it. It's not smart. You're not a fucking superhero. Just don't do it. It's not a good idea. Anyway, so due to me buying a lemon vehicle, I have spent a lot of money that I was not anticipating spending. And the fact that I signed up for work with People Ready, which my friend McCrae referred me to, because in Milwaukee apparently he basically has enough hours to work full time. In Corpus Christi, the jobs are a little different, and I am not someone who is licensed to work on a ship. I don't have a TCW whatever certification. I'm not gonna fucking pay for one. So I don't have a hard hat or safety vest, even though People Ready would supply them. I can't lift 100 pounds. So the jobs that I'm accepting with People Ready are like few and far between. So I've worked 2 jobs in 2 months, and for 4-hour shifts. So I worked a total of 8 hours in 2 months. And I've applied to jobs here, so many jobs here, and it's not working out because I'm apparently not meant to stay in Texas, because if I was meant to stay in Texas, things would work out. And I had money to go to Europe in December, when I got back from Wisconsin in November. I had plenty of money. I took more money out of my IRA, which I'm going to be paying lots of penalties for, and I'm not looking forward to doing my taxes this year, because you're also not supposed to be doing that. But guess what, guys? I have no income. No one will hire me because I have a pending felony on my record, and the only jobs that I can do are like whatever jobs that I don't, and the job that I have a degree in, I could easily do without a background check issue. In fact, a lot of people would find it commendable that a journalist has that on their background, because it's just going to make me a better journalist. It's going to make me relate to criminals a lot better. And like, I can easily do like crime reporting, and I would love to do that. I'm trying to do that, but no one will fucking hire me because there's some weird, stupid law at most of these newspapers and in Texas where you have to interview at least 3 people. Apparently, I am only one person at the TV station here in town that has applied and has the rare skills and qualifications to meet this ridiculous job, and I was the first person to apply in 6 months, but they can't offer me the job because legally they have to interview 2 other people. No one else is applying for the job. I've checked in a couple times, and like, so he's out of the guy's hands. Like, it's so fucking stupid here. Texas is the dumbest fucking state ever. It's the dumbest fucking state ever. It is not American. It should be a third world fucking country. They need to emancipate themselves from the United States immediately and become their own country. But when it happens, I want to get the fuck out of here because I don't want to be here when they're their own country. I'm going to be fucking terrified for my life if they become their own country. God. So I'm not going to tell you how much money I have in my bank account because it's personal. As my ex-husband would say, that's personal, Chelsea. I'm not telling you that. And I'm your wife. You better not have anything fucking secret from me, dude. So yeah. But his dad, that was his dad's thing. If you asked him a question that was too personal, he would say that's personal. So that was his like family's thing, is that's personal. So he would say that to people. If they asked him too much information, he'd be like, that's personal. Like, I'm not telling you that. And so he said that to me when we were dating, and like I would be like, okay, I respect that. I'm not going to ask you that question. And I'd be like, I'm just kidding. I'll tell you. And I'm like, okay. And then when we got married, he'd say it, and I'd look at him and be like, you can't fucking say that anymore because now we're married. Like, you aren't allowed to say that anymore. Like, I miss my ex-husband. Not as my husband. I miss him as a person and as my friend, and he's not talking to me because he has a new fiance who apparently doesn't like me or is a very insecure bitch. I don't fucking know. I don't care. It's not my problem. Not my monkey, not my circus. Okay. So I need to get to Europe, guys, desperately, for lots of different reasons. 1, because I've waited 18 years to go there. 2, because I'm impatient. I'm done. I want to go before I fall in love with some other fucking guy who won't let me go, who has, I don't know, an insane amount of debt. I don't know. I feel like I'm smarter this time around, and I'm not going to do that. But I've been a fool to love too many times, and I've made too many stupid decisions because of guys that I'm probably going to do it again. So no matter what I say this time around, no matter if I say I'm going to be picky, I'm not going to change. I'm not going to do this because I fell in love. I'm not going to change this. I'm just going to restrain myself and not, like, you know what, guys? You can't do that. Love just happens sometimes, okay? It just happens. It sweeps you off your feet. It takes you by surprise. It wrecks your world, and it changes all your plans, and there's nothing you can do about it. And because the greatest gift that God has given us is love. And to deny yourself of love, to reject it, to whatever is a bad idea. Just let it happen. Let it wreck your plans. Let it change your mind. Let it sweep you off your feet. Let it take you for this wild, crazy ride. Just let love happen. That's what I have to say. So I need to get to Europe because I'm in love with traveling. And I have denied myself this love because I have been in love with other people. I'm going to deny myself human love, and I'm just going to let myself be in love with travel. And if I don't invest in this love of travel, I'm going to regret it again for the rest of my fucking life. If I don't join the Peace Corps someday, I'm going to regret it again for the rest of my life. And they've made it very easy now because 12 years ago when I wanted to join the Peace Corps, it was required that you be there for 2 years. Now they have some new program where you can just go for 3 to 6 months. So I can't bring Baxter with me if I go to the Peace Corps. They have a pet thing. You also are not allowed to be in a relationship if you're in the Peace Corps unless you go with your significant other or spouse and you're assigned to the same place. They have this whole, like, it's smart, I get it, but it's also dumb because how are you going to control someone sneaking around and lying about the fact that they're in a relationship with? You can't control that. Like, it's just dumb rules that government agencies have, guys, I'm telling you. So, easily go in the interview and be like, yeah, no, I'm not in a relationship. Like, meanwhile, I'm like emailing my long distance boyfriend and wherever. Like, how the fuck are they gonna control that? Like, so dumb. I like read that and they're like, we actually encourage people not to be in relationships. It's one of the reasons we hire them. I'm like, how is that allowed? How is that a legal thing that you can not hire them because they're in a relationship? Like, good luck with that. Like, whatever. Okay, so I have all my bags. I still need to buy a small pop-up tent on Facebook Marketplace. I made the mistake of buying a big one on the Garden of Eden project. McCrae, he hasn't really yelled at me, but he's implied that I need to stop spending my own money on stuff at the Garden of Eden project. So his thing yesterday in our meeting was that he is going to take care of trying to get us a loan and trying to get us grants and funding. So I stopped spending my money on this freaking business because I don't have any money and I don't have work, and he feels bad about the People Ready thing because he thought I was going to get a job then that would help support me, and it's not working out because Texas is a different area, and he's a protective friend and that I've known since I was 14, and I told him about this guy from that he knew in high school that I fell in love with in grade school. My preschool crush I've talked about in lots of different things, and my Archie, whatever, that nobody knows his actual name. So, and so, well, lots of people do. People who know him know us, know his name. But to everyone else on YouTube and Facebook Messenger, nobody really knows who he is. He's like this mystery guy. He's going to stay that way until he tells me how he feels back. Because I told him a year ago, and he was drunk when I told him it was his birthday weekend and Christmas weekend and whatever, and like, and he expressed certain feelings that you express when you're drunk, and then when he was sober the next day, he regretted his expression of the feelings, and like, and we all know that when you're drunk, you're more honest, and I don't know. And then he felt bad and guilty because we've been friends for 33 years. And I just, anyway, so it's complicated right now with us. And that's another reason I need to get to Europe, because he lives in Europe. And I'm not going to say where in Europe he lives. We're just going to say he lives in Europe. So it's one of the destinations I plan to go to. You guys know that the countries I've talked about in the past. Whether I do my ideal trip of Ireland, United Kingdom, France, Germany, Spain, Sweden, Greece, Switzerland, Poland. I lost count of how many countries that is. That's my ideal trip. And ideally, it would probably make sense if I spread it out over 2 months as opposed to 4 weeks, which is probably all I can afford to do. So, and the problem is, the only way I can afford this is if I take more money out of my IRA, which I have to pay penalties on, because you're not supposed to be doing that until you're actually old enough to use your retirement funds. And I'm 37, and I'm obviously not ready to retire yet. Although I physically feel like I'm ready to retire, I emotionally and mentally feel like I'm ready to retire. According to the standards of most countries, I'm not legally old enough to retire yet. So I shouldn't be using my IRA and my Roth IRA to fund my European trip. That's not a good enough reason. But you know what? This is America. It's my fucking money that I put in there. So I should be able to fucking use it whenever the fuck I want to. Just saying. Just saying, guys. Let's talk about the garden of Eden. No, let's talk about the boat renovations, because I need a distraction for my frustration that my trip is probably never going to happen. At least not in the next month. Not in the next, maybe in the next 2 months if I just say fuck it and take the money out. But I haven't checked. I'm very bad at checking my portfolio, and my financial advisor that I've known since I was 18, Uncle Artie, he tells me to call him, which in the beginning I thought was weird, but now I just call him Uncle Artie. And he's an arrogant financial guy. Like he tells me all the time, Chelsea, do you know how many millionaire people I clientele? He's like, I work with you for 2 reasons. And then he's like, one, because I'm doing this as a favor to your dad. And then he's like, who made me a lot of money. And then he's like, and 2, he's like, I just love you to pieces, girl. And then he's like, I would rather hang out with you for an hour and make no money. And then he's like, then talk to one of my other clients that has a lot more money than you. And so you are just your personality, your bubbliness. Like, I want more of that in my office. And then so he's like, so So I agree to see you, and I agree to work with you, even though you make me nothing. And then he's like, he's like, the commission I make off of you, Chelsea, he's just like, it's like 0.1%. He's like, but I've known you since you were 18, and he's just, so I love Uncle Artie. He gives me very good financial advice, but he he's literally, I'm like, he makes nothing off of me. It's not even worth his time to talk to me and to help me, but he does it anyways. So thank you, Uncle Artie. So I'm going to probably call him tomorrow and it's going to be like, how much money is in my account? And he's like, Chelsea, you need to log into your portfolio and look at this stuff yourself. And be like, what am I paying you for? And he's going to be like, you're not paying me anything. I'm doing this for free. Our banter. Okay, so, oh my God. Bax, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do you have your food? Did you eat? You're not sleepy? Normally after you eat, you're sleepy, Bax. You're not sleepy? You want to go outside and play? Why are you just sitting there? I don't know what you want. Communicate. You're not even wagging your tail. Bax. Oh, there you go. What do you want, honey? Do you want to go outside? Do you want to play? Do you want a treat? What are you doing? What do you want? Bax. Why are you just sitting there? Do you want me to leave you alone? Your tail is just the friendliest tail. Everybody tells me this. I get so many compliments about my cat. I'm very proud to be your cat mom, Baxie. You make it very easy to love you, except when you pee on shit you're not supposed to because you're mad at me. Bax. So, you guys, I just want to say, if you've been following at all on YouTube and my cat taming book, Bax, let me do the smell test. Hang on. Baxter! Son of a bitch! Why do you hate me? It smells like cat urine. I'll fucking kill him. I don't know what to do anymore, guys. I'm at my wit's end with this fucking cat. I bought these like $80 Egyptian cotton triangle sheets. And I'm not putting them on my bed until Baxter stops pissing on the bed. Yeah, you should be ashamed. This is unacceptable. Stop peeing on my bed. You have a litter box. I have been changing it diligently. You have no excuse. I cleaned this entire thing. Yeah, I'm recording you. I am recording you in this argument. You are going to get recorded as your punishment, and everyone is going to see how you do this. And you're not going to care because you don't actually have Facebook. I'm your mom, and I will do what I want. You need to stop going to the bathroom on my bed. I cleaned this entire thing. I took all the mattress square, like rectangle fucking shapes, triangle, rectangle, whatever fucking shapes my bed mattress is in, all off. I cleaned the whole thing. I sprayed it down. I used OxyClean. I covered it with a waterproof mattress protector that doesn't fit the triangle sheets because they don't make those. Somebody needs to start making those. But apparently people don't live on boats full time anymore, so it's not worth Amazon to sell them. And I'm not going to pay like twice the worth at the fucking marina boat shop place. Because I don't do that. I buy things from thrift stores and Facebook Marketplace. My hand is shaking. I'm so angry at you right now. Oh, God, Bax. You literally won't stop shaking. I'm that angry with you. I need to calm down. Bax, Mommy loves you. I don't know why you keep peeing on my bed. Can you explain it to me? What am I doing to make you pee on my bed? I feed you twice a day. I set an alarm so you know it's time to eat. I sing a song. We just took you to the vet on Thursday. We took you to the vet on Thursday so you could do a urine analysis to see what's going on with your lower urinary tract disease shit, Bax. I can't take you to Europe if you are going to be peeing on things you're not supposed to. They're not going to let you stay in the hotel with me. I'm going to have to board you. It doesn't matter if you are an emotionally support animal. Some of the places in Europe don't give a fuck. In America, they do, but some of the places in Europe don't give a fuck. A lot of them do, but some of them don't. Like we found out Poland won't take you. I have to board you if I go to Poland, which means that the free portion of my trip that was going to pay for my room and board, now I'm going to have to pay for your room and board. Do you understand? Do you understand the magnitude? I am giving up going to Europe for you. I have postponed the trip financially because of my own stupid decisions, but then I had to also postpone it because of you. Because you are not allowed to go to the hotel. Because you cause people allergies. Do you know what else you do, Bex? You pee on shit you're not supposed to. If we go and stay with our relatives in Sweden who very graciously offered to let us stay with them, I don't know if they're going to let you stay with them. Not if you're going to be peeing on shit you're not supposed to. And you like to play outside. And you're okay on leash, so that we're going to have to do that. I got a GPS tracking unit for you. I've spent so much money to also prepare you to go on this trip with me, and you're not being fair. You're not being fair to me, Bax. I want to take you. I think it would be so much fun. I think it would be really cool to go backpacking with my cat, because who does that? And I think you would love it because you love camping and you love hiking and you love swimming and you love all the things I want to do. You are my favorite cat child. And my only cat child now. Because we're both pretty sure Katniss is dead. And that sucked. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry you lost your sister. Because I know how special she was to you. And I know how special Ty was to you. And I'm sorry that I married the wrong person who decided to take full custody of your dog brother because he didn't want to share him because he's a fucking coward. Should I go to court and try to get partial custody of Ty? Because I can do that. Do you want that? Is that going to make it better? Do you want me to adopt another dog from the animal shelter so that way you have a sibling? Is that going to help, Bax? Is that the problem? Because that is the only thing I haven't tried yet. I've tried everything else. The vet says that you're doing well, you're doing good on the medication. That's not the reason you're peeing. I don't know why you keep peeing on my bed, Bax. Can you please tell me what I need to do to fix that? I know you can't verbally tell me, But you know that I'm very in tune to animals. So please show me, please communicate non-verbally to me so I understand. Bax, help me help you, please. Is that what you want? Do you want Mama to get you a dog sister? Or do you want Mama to get you Tybee? Because I can't get you Katniss. That one I can't do. Katniss is in heaven waiting for us, probably. We're not 100% sure, but we're about 95% sure. Because nobody told us she was missing after we filed reports all over Facebook and all over the animal shelters locally. We came back 2, sometimes 3 times a week looking for her at the old apartment complex. And then a neighbor told us they found a dead calico coat by the dumpster that fit her description, but they didn't remember if she was wearing a pink collar or not. Yeah. That was a hard day, wasn't it? You were in the back seat when we found that out. And we went to the dumpster. And Mama almost went inside the dumpster to look for her body. I called the dumpster company. They said they wouldn't look for her. They said they wouldn't take a dead cat in to get the microchip checked just so we had confirmation that it was her body. They wouldn't do that. Because this is Texas and they hate animals here. Anytime I lost Katniss or Baxter and I would call the police, they would say that that's not a serious incident that they need to worry about. Just like when I reported that my wedding ring had been stolen. I had no proof, no evidence that that person stole it. Because so it's just... And apparently he didn't take it to a pawn shop. There was no record at the pawn shop. He just did a quick trade to get some drugs and then abandoned the drugs because he felt guilty. So my stepdaughter doesn't get her wedding ring, my wedding ring, and instead Nydia got drugs and it divided up our friendship. Because I got mad at her and she got mad at me and because of what he did. Because people do stupid things when they're in love. They ignore all of the red flags. They ignore all of the flaws. They ignore all these things. And some people think maybe it's better. Right back to me, maybe it's better to not have loved at all. To never love again. But I disagree. Because I would rather get my heart wrecked 1,000 times and have 1,000 love stories, short term, long term, than to give up. Because in the Bible, God tells us that the greatest gift he could ever give us is love. That we're supposed to love our enemies. And we're supposed to love our neighbors. And we're supposed to love everybody. And so when you find a person that you love, I don't know, your soulmate, well, whatever you want to call that, like, you should go for it. You should do something crazy. You should just, because it's worth it. It's worth it every time, guys. God tells us in the Bible it's worth it every time. That for enemies, for strangers, for neighbors, for everyone. Like it's. I decided today's Valentine's Day. I didn't celebrate, so today's Valentine's Day for me. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody! It's February 19th. 2023 is Valentine's Day in the Stack House. So we're going to decorate today, Bax. I'm pretty sure I lost my freelance job. I was put on a trial yesterday and I didn't meet my deadline. And I messaged him this morning and I said, he doesn't have to he doesn't have to hire me. I still want to get paid for the article that I'm going to be writing, but he's going to get late. And I'm procrastinating right now because I don't know. Because this apparently, my stupid free passion projects on all my Facebook channels and YouTube that I'm making zero money on this year as a pro bono journalist for God. Okay, guys, so I don't think I'm going to do the boat tour. I think I'm going to go back to sleep for a little while. I'm exhausted, and then I need to work on this stupid article and try to get it to them before they start working on it to get it laid out for their deadline, which Monday is their print deadline. So I know I have literally today's, I have hours, very precious hours to get my article written and done, and it's drafted. It shouldn't take me long. It was midnight when I sent in the draft yesterday and said I tried and I failed. And I'm not going to I'll explain it if I actually get the job. I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to jeopardize it more because it's a sensitive issue. So, okay guys, this is a little tidbit I'm going to show you on the boat. The secret door. What's back here? Fucking hate okay, this is another thing I hate about the fucking boat. These doors don't fucking open because of humidity and condensation combination in the wood, and it's old and there we go. Okay. So secret. It's nothing back here. What is this? It's some kind of hose pipe thing that does something that I don't know what with plumbing, I'm assuming. I don't know what it does. But this is the mystery door. You're welcome. Alright guys, that's it for today. Bye.